Oh, it's going to be a great weekend, started by a great night of high school football. I'm Luke Simons with Chris Vallejos. Welcome to Friday Night Lights. Of course, there's a big game tomorrow for Texas A&M, but before we get to that matchup, we've got a busy night of high school football to talk about.
The A&M Consolidated Tigers are a perfect 2-0 with back-to-back nail-biting wins. Tonight, they travel to Austin to take on another perennial power at Westlake. Beautiful evening for football at Chaparral Stadium. A lot of fans coming out. Jordan Sievert and Westlake hosting A&M Consolidated. 7-0 Tigers. Colby Miller swings it out to Derek Dick. And he's in for the score. Gets it up the sideline. 14-0 Tigers. Now second quarter, Sievert going to keep it himself. He's barking out orders. Needs some blocking. And he's got plenty of it. 47 yards later, he steps out of bounds. That led to a field goal to make it 14-3. But Consolidated has really given up quite a few points in the second half. They're actually losing right now in the fourth, 38-24.
Yeah, hopefully they can hang on. We'll try and keep you updated on that. Now, Brian, Coach Ross Rogers and his Vikings hosting the Belton Tigers tonight. Belton was up 14-6 in the second quarter. Vikings quarterback B.J. Ross with the keeper, goes right up the middle, gets the big first down. Brian makes it into the red zone. A few plays later from the 1, Ross is going to call his own number, sneaks it right on in. That's going to make it 14-12. So Brian decides to try and tie it before the half. They're going to go with the rolling out. Ross going to throw to Josh Gibbs. He makes the catch, gets over the goal line. That ties the game at 14-all. Belton did drive to the 22. They tried the field goal late, but they can't get the hold before the half. They would fumble. This half ended at 14-all, but right now, late in the fourth, Brian trying to hang on, 31-28. A couple other scores to talk about. The Rudder Rangers still looking for that first win. They're not going to get it tonight. They lose 42-13 on the road at Magnolia. And how about Brenham? They bounce back after losing last week. That just became a final. The Brenham Cubs get that victory 27-7. Nice little bounce back game for them.
No need for a bounce back in Navasota. Coach Fedora and the Rattlers hosting Houston Sterling. Rattlers up 41-0 early in the second quarter. They stick with the running game. Handoff goes to LaMarquise Jefferson. Runs to his left, cuts it back, tackled. That's a big gain. Now later in the drive, he's able to bust one. Jefferson has the blocking up the sideline, and he's able to tightrope it in. The Rattlers absolutely thrash their opponents 83-0, and the win streak continues. Now Aldine Davis took an early 12-0 lead on College Station High after a fumble recovery for a touchdown. But the Cougars, they draw up the screenplay. That's a good call. Here's why. Chris Sinnett avoids one tackle, able to break free, and he's got plenty of blocking and some open space. Somehow they're able to catch him at about the 15. So the Cougars going to need a little more offense to get on the scoreboard. Do they have it? Well, they hand it off here, and it's coughed up at the goal line. Aldine Davis recovers. 12-10 right now in the third quarter, but opportunities missed for the Cougars.
How about Cameron Yo on the road at Rockdale tonight? In the first quarter, it was 6-2. That might as well be a baseball game right there. Rockdale quarterback Clayton Gibbs scrambles to keep this drive moving. Next play, it's going to be Gibbs handing it off this time. He's going to give it to Elijah Brooks. Check out the nice long run right up the middle, and Rockdale takes a 13-2 lead. Then that stiff Rockdale defense. Rockdale was really on fire early in this one, stuffing Yo, running back Traylon Smith for a loss. But Cameron marches down the field a little bit. Quarterback Reed Nickerson going to throw to wide receiver Samari Wright. That's going to be a touchdown. These two teams have been sharing, going back and forth all night long. Cameron Yo up 44-33, that one in the fourth quarter. Now I want to give you an update on A&M Consolidated. They did lose on the road at Austin Westlake tonight, a final of 38-32. Westlake outscored the Tigers 35-3 in the second half. So a tough way for the Tigers to lose that one. Hopefully they can bounce back when they come back home next week. Now still to come, we'll talk about tomorrow's big game between Texas A&M and Alabama on the gridiron.
But next we have some more high school football highlights to take a look at. The action continues when Friday Night Lights returns.
Thanks so much, ladies. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights. We sent a crew to Allen Academy tonight. Unfortunately, our crew got there at halftime. Now, the reason that's a bad thing was because Allen Academy was beating Johnson County Homeschool 56-0. The game was ended at the break before we could get any more highlights.
They spoiled it for us. But
It
here are
happens.
some highlights. I promise we did get these. Iola Bulldogs poised to march tonight. They were taking on Milano. Game in Iola. Opening series, Milano running back Chance Pack takes the pitch. Watch the collision. So hard we had to freeze it and slow-mo it. Now here comes Hayden Martinez. He didn't have any problem running the football early. Able to run over a few. He gives it up. So now going the other way, Milano, a pump fake. Jordan Miller on a third and long gets sacked by Colton Brunette. Iola gets another chance. This time Hayden Martinez. Watch that move.
Ooh.
You may see it again. That's a hint for you. A nice spin move from Martinez. Now he's going to go to the outside, but they see it coming. He just kind of throws it away there. Nothing really happening. They fall on it. First half, Milano ends up winning it 27-14.
Now let's go over to Brazos Christian. The Eagles at home tonight hosting Normandy. A nice little crowd over at Brazos Christian this evening. First drive for the Eagles. John Mather going to drop back and air it down the sideline. Justin Duwall, look at him get under it and bring it in. And he's at about the 10-yard line. Brazos Christian in business inside the red zone. Soon after that catch, Kenny Hannes going to run it right through the middle. Basically untouched. The Eagles take the early 7-0 lead. Normandy trying to get something going on their first drive. That's not going to happen. The Eagles defense would get the stop, but Brazos Christian goes on to win easily tonight, 42-24.
Snook at St. Joseph Catholic. At the half, the Eagles had a 21-0 lead. Their special teams able to recover a fumble in the end zone for their third touchdown, and then on the kickoff to start the third quarter, Kyle Locke comes up with a huge tackle to stop Snook's return. On the 1st and 10, Ben Simpson, Detress Todd, they team up for the tackle for a loss. St. Joseph would go on to win this 46-0.
Good thing they didn't end that one at the half. How about Flatonia visiting those Somerville Jaguars tonight? The Bulldogs looking sharp in this one. First drive, Will Bruins pitches it to Gus Venegas, who runs right, then switches direction and goes up the sidelines for a 46-yard gain. That would set things up in prime position on 1st and 10. Bruins hands it off to Mitch Macha, who scores up the middle. The Bulldogs will go on to beat Somerville tonight, 45-8. Rough night for them. Now, of course, for all of tonight's scores, check out our website a little bit later in the evening. We'll keep those scores updated on kags-tv.com. You can click on the sports link to find out how all of tonight's games ended.